Good afternoon and welcome to Season 5, Episode 9 of the Leaders Only Digital Show and Podcast. I'm Samaj,
And I'm Kendall.
and we're brought to you today by Woulda Changed Mentoring and Tone Drone. We are streaming today from the MLK Library in Washington, D.C., and today we'll be discussing young entrepreneurship. So please invite your friends to check out the Leaders Only Show on YouTube, have a watch party, subscribe to our channel, share, like, hit the bell, and comment below. And if you're watching after the live stream, that's okay. Put a hashtag replay in the comments and let us know you are watching. We have a special guest today. We have a couple special guests today, and they're entrepreneurs in their own rights. So please stay tuned as we bring you them. And we're going to get into our first stories. What you got, bro?
So in the news this week, Cracker Barrel under fire for denying service to Maryland students with special needs. A recent visit by special needs students to the Cracker Barrel restaurant in Wardolph, Maryland, has sparked an outrage and calls for a boycott. The students, part of Charles County Public Schools Achieve program, which teaches community navigation skills, were on their annual holiday shopping trip on December 3rd. Despite calling ahead and being told no reservations were needed, the group of 11 students and 7 staff members were reportedly refused dine-in service upon arrival. They were, however, allowed to place a takeout order. A social media post by a teacher about the incident has attracted significant attention, with many criticizing the restaurant. The Charles County superintendent expressed dismay over the treatment, calling it an experience no one should endure. Cracker Barrel responded by attributing the issue to staffing shortage that led to the closure of part of the dining area, apologizing for the confusion and committing to address the situation. So now we just want to discuss our views on this. By me being in the food industry and working in the restaurant half of my life, it's always good to be upfront and let them know all your rules or all your obligations before arrival. It's never good to turn down service. I always feel like customers are right even when they're wrong. It's just the way that you handle the situation, and when you're wrong at the establishment, you're supposed to handle it in a proper manner. So I just feel like it was crazy, maybe a little confusing, but it's just unprofessional as well. How you feel, bro?
Yeah, I definitely feel the same, especially if they called ahead of time and they were trying to make the proper go through the proper channels, to have a good time there. Being as though it was a group of 11 students and there was only 7 staff members, I feel like that was more than enough people that they needed to just cover that many students. But it is tough, you know what I mean, to have to deal with people who need extra care. So the restaurant should have, made sure that they let the whole staff that was working that day know what was coming. That way they could better prepare, and then it wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. Also, I believe that they should do something, more than just apologizing. They should really look into who made the reservation that day, who they spoke to, and they should do something cool. You know what I mean? Maybe, donate something to the school for the special needs students, or possibly take them on an outing that has nothing to do with just Cracker Barrel, or turn Cracker Barrel into something, like have a party for them at Cracker Barrel so they don't have a bad taste in their mouth for every time that they go to visit. So it could kind of, change their mental outlook if they go back and then there's something different. But yeah, man, nobody deserves, as he said, nobody deserves to have to deal with that. But that is the world that we live in. And we're just urging everyone to just be a bit kinder, you know what I mean? A bit more kinder. Moving forward, what'd you say, bro?
No, I say yes, sir. I totally agree with you.
Yes. So, to wrap that story up, always, when you're dealing with customer service and hospitality, double check, triple check. And then if you don't know, you just always handle that with the right customer service. Next, moving forward, in the line with our theme today, 3 black siblings, elementary school basketball stars, make history with their own brand deal. The Jolly brothers, Henry, Ashton, and Hunter, made history as the youngest athletes to secure a brand deal while partnering with Ball by Myself's Chad Briscoe. They launched the Jolly Strap. Just wrap it around any size basketball for the ultimate skill development and fitness training. Train by yourself, anytime and anywhere, without ever chasing after loose balls. Keeping young players safe while having fun. It's also great for creating muscle memory through repetition training and a great warm-up training tool right before the game. No partner, no hoop court, no problem. Official training product of the Jolly Boys. The twins, Henry and Ashton, they're top ranked in their 2032 class. They have jerseys in the New Orleans Pelicans arena, and their feature in the No Days Off. Youngest brother, Hunter, was the number 1 player in the 2035 class. He also sets to launch a brand product at just the age of 7 years old. How do you feel about that?
It's a great accomplishment to acknowledge them, and for them, it's kind of unique for them all 3 to be brothers and be representing young youth and scholars in that field. So, and it goes around, like I said, it goes right with the upcoming month that's about to come up with the Black history and things of that nature. So, I commend the young men. They're getting recognized.
Yeah, I definitely I agree. It's definitely cool, to see young athletes, just be able to get some type of finance for what they're doing at a young age. I have to look more into the actual brand and what type of deal or what the deal was for and what it was worth. But nonetheless, it's always cool just to see, children have the opportunity if the parents are involved. Not too much to say about that. Just we live in a time where the NIL is capable at all levels. So I just encourage all, parents and children to do as much as you can. Don't wait for people to give you a deal. You can create products. You can create services. And you can use your name, image, and likeness. As we move forward to our break, we definitely want to continue to encourage you to be the best you can physically, mentally, and emotionally be. Practice safe habits. Be aware of your surroundings. Try and travel in groups during the day as much as possible. Eat right, sleep right, meditate. With the holidays, coming up and, going by, there'll be an increase in depression, as we talked about last week, mental illness and suicide. So if you can, try to get out of the matrix and escape the matrix, and not put too much into these holidays. Be mindful of the suicide hotline. The emergency number is 988, and don't hesitate if you're struggling. I also would like to, just remind you that eating clean, changing your lifestyle, finding your purpose, it definitely will help you during those times to get through the depression. And it'll also allow you to find some information, so you can see the truth. The truth will relieve you from being in a commercial money grab, because that's what the holidays are. Definitely want to talk briefly about the two entrepreneurs that we have coming in. So today we have young entrepreneurs who are going to share their experience with creating marketing and selling products. First, we're going to go with this young lady right here with the yarn, over here with the yarn ball. What is your name?
Donasia Winston.
Okay. And how old are you?
15.
And what's the name of your company?
Chain of Events. It's a crochet company, and normally we just sell like apparel and things because it's just something I learned how to do because I was thinking I wanted to make something that people would like and that was getting popular, you know. So I just made a company with me and my friend, Kira Murphy, and we're business partners, and we have a page on Instagram called Chain of Events also, and we crochet.
Have y'all already made it into like a actual LLC and all that stuff yet?
Unfortunately, we have not, but we are on our way there. We are finalizing our business cards and soon creating a website. So you will see it soon.
Okay. All right. So why crocheting?
I don't know. I just like to work with my hands because, like, a long time ago, I just found that I work well with my hands or speaking in general. So I feel like this is just a good mix of the two.
Okay. Is this something that you would want to do, say, 10, 15 years from now? Would you still want to be doing this?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would love to be doing this 10, 15 years from now and even growing the business or just, you know, doing it on its own while I can.
How about your business partner? Does she feel the same?
She feels the same. Like, I kind of taught her when I was still learning. So we're going to try and keep this going as long as we can because it's something that we both feel passionate about. And, yeah, I think that'll be nice.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to introduce our next guest before I ask the next question. She's been on our show before. I'm going to let her introduce herself. Want to take your coat off? No? What is your name?
Leah Parker.
And what's the name of your company?
Leah's Kids Closet.
Speak up a little bit, Leah.
Leah's Kid Closet.
And how old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
All right. And what is your actual closet about? What's the brand? What do you do with the brand?
So I charm socks.
That's it?
Okay. And shoes. And shoes.
I thought it was more. So you charm socks and shoes. She's always coming like she's shy. I don't know why. But I'm going to ask the question to you first. What makes what you do special?
Not many people really care how to do it anymore. And not many people just do it anymore. So I kind of just, while it's coming back, you know, I thought it would be a good time to hop on a little earlier so I can learn how to do it a little, you know, sooner than others.
Okay. And Lee, when did you start your business?
Probably like a few months ago.
Okay. What made you want to start doing your business?
I saw some kids charming socks. Well, my mom showed me some kids that were doing entrepreneurship, so I wanted to try it out, and then I got stuck with it.
Okay. Is this something that you would want to do 10 to 15 years from now, or do you want to continue to grow, or what you think?
Most definitely. I would like to do this for 10, 15 years later.
Yeah. Okay. And tell me one thing that motivates you or inspires you to be an entrepreneur.
What motivates me to be an entrepreneur is my confidence, so I can make more socks and wear them however I want without anybody saying anything about it.
I like that. And I'm going to ask you, what makes you think entrepreneurship is important in our community?
In our community, I feel like a bunch of people don't really, you know, make their own things anymore, and they just like they're consumers, and they need to be, you know, the one giving people options to consume from, and I feel like that's how it should be with a whole bunch of things. So that's how I feel about that.
I agree with you. That's good. You know what I mean? Because we are consumers. That is a big issue in our community, and why everybody promotes to us, but we don't have enough ownership. So a lot of our money does go out. So you see these faces. This is a great place to start putting a couple of your dollars and your resources. Leah, what makes what you do special?
What makes my stuff be special is my family wants to wear my socks, so the special thing is that they support my business.
I like that. Okay. See what I'm gonna go with next. Okay. Do you enjoy what you're doing, or do you just do it because it's profitable? I'm gonna ask you that first.
I like what I'm doing because it's fun to do when you don't have anything to do, and also it helps you gain more confidence with your outfits.
How about when people give you feedback? Do you like that?
Sometimes not.
Why?
Because I like to keep stuff. Sometimes I just like to keep stuff my way because it's like my business, but I know you're trying to help. But then I just like doing it for my own way.
But what about when people wear it and they tell you that they love it, or when you ship it to them and they get it and they're excited? What about that type of feedback?
Well, that's a good thing because it would be a waste of my time because I made those socks for a long time, and then you say you don't like them or you do. Then so it would be a good thing for you to say you like them, but then when you say you don't, then it would be a waste of my time.
Okay. Now, I'm glad that we got that because you're young. When somebody say they don't like them, usually you should ask them why. If they have a reason, then you should take it into consideration. Just a lesson to teach you now that you're going to learn later. Every time somebody tells you that they don't like something in particular, it's not that they are tearing you down or they're hurting your feelings. Sometimes they might like what you do in particular, but there might be something that you can do better. For instance, like when your mom wanted you to do the charms a little bit more sturdy or whatever she was trying to do, but she was just trying to help you. So when the customer gets it, it doesn't just fall off or it's not cheap. So sometimes it's for your best interest. So you got to have discernment when somebody telling you something. Think about what they're saying. Ask your mom, hey mom, does this make sense? And then move forward, because everybody doesn't want to hurt your feelings, but it is good to also always get feedback, be it positive or negative, because you can learn from both sides, you know what I mean? So I know you be getting in your feelings and your emotions, but it's going to help you get tough skin, and it's going to help you also create better product, because you can keep enhancing what people love and you can keep fixing what they don't. How about you? I'm going to ask you the same question. Are you doing it because you enjoy it? Are you doing it just because it's profitable?
I'm doing it for both reasons, but I've always loved profit because, like, when I was younger, I would ask my mother if I could work, but she had to explain to me child labor laws, and I wasn't really trying to take that into account. But I enjoy it because it's relaxing, you know, to me as a person, because I really am kind of hyper when I'm not doing this, or like I'll fiddle with other things. So I think this is kind of good for me, and so I do it for both reasons.
Okay. I like that, because you definitely have to, if you're going to be in business, you want a business that definitely does make some money, you know what I mean? That's why we do it. But you have to be able to find something that you would do if they were to take money away, and you would do it for free. That's why it's always a good thing to lock in with your purpose. But while you're young, you can try out many things, because you can do either one of these businesses for 10 years and be a master in that and still be young, and then you can find out some other stuff you want to do. In that time, things may, lead you into doing things that you weren't even thinking about, that you could possibly crochet, or that you could bedazzle in a sense. You definitely, you can go to places that you'd never thought about. How long have you been doing it, and why did you decide to make money doing it?
I decided to make money on it because I got this piggy bank from this event that I went to, for Christmas. So I was running low out of it. So I wanted to make more while I was just finding scraps around the house.
So you used your resources to make you some money, to get your piggy bank back right. You know what I mean? So you can get your savings. That'll definitely inspire you to do it. I mean, a lot of times when you're an adult, tough situations, when you don't have nothing and you don't have no way but up. A lot of times when you hit rock bottom and all you got is up, you start utilizing your ideas a whole lot more in your resources. So that's definitely a prime example, man. When your bank account get low, you get a billion ideas. Now you got to apply them. How about you?
Can you repeat the question?
All right, the question was how long have you been doing it, and why did you decide to make money doing it?
I've been doing this for a little over 2 years, but I stopped like a couple months in because it took me like a long time to learn. Not a long time, but like to learn certain things on how to do it and how to, actually make a product to sell. And I don't know. I thought it would be good to.
Did you start with the wire? Do you know how to do those? You know the string wire that people do? You don't know how to do that?
No.
That's what we used to do back in the day. You know what I'm talking about? With the different color wires. I always seen people do that, and then they will also get into crocheting. It's kind of like the same thing. Crocheting is, of course, a lot thicker, but I used to see kids do that when we were in school, and those same kids who really like to do that, they would get into crocheting and doing the now.
Oh, sorry. I like to do GIMP because I started off doing GIMP because my older sister. Oh, sorry. GIMP is like something you can make a keychain out of it or just wear it anywhere. But GIMP is basically like plastic ribbon or whatever, and you just stack it on top of each other, and you get like long cubes out of it, and it's really pretty.
Got you. So y'all look up what GIMP is. Are you gonna do any products with GIMP?
Maybe it might be a collaboration. Might be.
See, that's how it goes. That's the beautiful world of entrepreneurship. You could just keep trying, and then it really goes to what the people like. You know what I mean? Once you make a product and once you make something, you got to put it out to the world. And a lot of times your inventory goes to what people are actually buying, you know what I mean, or what they are requesting. I'm going to ask you both, starting back over here. 2-part question. Who buys your products, be it socks or crochet items, and how do you sell your items?
Mostly like children and older people, like the adults and the elderly. Like I feel like I have people from all walks, that buy things because some people just want a hat for the winter. Other people want like ski masks and stuff. And I'm cool with that, but it's not like really my target. Yeah. But some people want things like that. But I'm really starting to get into clothes. So I think that'll, open me up to new people and new customers. Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a collaboration. I want a bucket. Can you make me you can do bucket hat? Yeah, I need that. I need a few of them to cover this. I'm gonna ask you too, Lee. Who buys your socks and how do you sell them?
So who buys my socks? Sometimes it's like random people, and sometimes it's my family. Like my godmom and my mom bought a pair of my socks, and my sister wanted a pair of my bedazzled bows and socks.
Didn't you just do picture day for somebody?
I don't know, but my mom.
Muff had picture day. I seen her wearing your socks. How you not know your own clientele?
My mom just said I had a client, and then she told me what color they wanted, so I just went straight, and I didn't want to know who it was, so I just made it. She told me what they didn't want it and what they wanted, so that's what I did. And my sister, she wanted something on her bow and on her socks, and then so I did that.
So you do custom. Okay, all right. And how do you go about selling them right now?
So the bows is $5, and my socks are $10. But then if you buy 2 pairs of socks, then that's $20. And you know the math.
Yeah. And where could they get them from? How could they hit you up to get some?
They can go on my Instagram account and search up Leah's Kids Closet. Kids spelled with a Z.
Spell it. Can you spell the whole thing out? Leah's Kids Closet.
Leia comma, S, K. I forgot.
KIDZ. So no, it's no comma. I believe it's an apostrophe. If it's either an apostrophe, it may not be one, but we'll put it in the description so you guys have it and it'll pop up. Because it's Instagram, it's an Instagram story, and she don't have a website yet. Neither one of these beautiful young ladies don't have a website yet. That's the beauty of entrepreneurship. A lot of people don't make it past 3 to 5 years. And what you have to do is it starts out most times as a hobby or a side hustle. So what we have our young ladies in the phase of is really entrepreneurship training. You know, they're actually getting the number one part of entrepreneurship, which is or chasing a dream or a goal, and that's support. They're building their support system and testing out their ideas for things that come natural to their brain. You know what I mean? And that's what we all could learn from. We all could try more things instead of coming up with excuses why we are not where we are or why we don't have what we're supposed to have. And you can just, you know, be like a kid and go get lost in your imagination. I remember back in the day before we used to write a story or we used to do something, they used to make us write a brainstorm bubble. And whatever your idea was, you would put it in that bubble and it would get legs. Whatever made sense that came from that idea. It's the same way, you know what I mean? And what they're doing right now is, you know, starting off with just socks on one hand and bedazzling socks and just doing crocheting on the other hand. But now, as she said, growing into doing clothes, being able to mix and match different fabrics. You might have denim with crochet at some point. She might have leather with crochet at some point. There's tons of things, you know what I mean, and endless opportunities for kids to first start somewhere with just getting the structure. Oh, yeah, okay. And how can they reach you?
They can reach me on my Instagram page. It's chain_of events.
All right, and we'll definitely have that inside of the description as well. How much does it cost to buy yarn, needles, items to customize your products? I'll go here.
Today I actually just went and bought some yarn. Normally, like if I buy maybe 2 or 3 things that I need for a specific project, it'll add up to maybe $20 or $30 like today. But if I'm doing like a haul or getting a whole bunch of yarn at one time, it'll be at least $80.
Okay. And how about you, Lee? How about for customized socks? How long does it take to make that?
So it probably like takes me like a few minutes, or like when I don't have enough time, I'll finish it the next day. And my bows, they're really easy. I just have to put hot glue and then bedazzle them and stuff.
Okay, so it don't take too long. It just takes more concentration. You gotta focus on it. I got you. How much does it cost to buy the customized stuff that you need for your socks?
So when I order it be sometimes it's $5 or $10, and when I order like a pack, it's probably $15. I don't know. I just find the stuff. I don't look at the price. But then when my mom says that's too high, so I just delete it, and then I do something similar with some other charms.
Okay, and here's a little advice. The next time when you ask or she says something is too high, just whenever, always ask her how much, because that's going to be how you get to what she knows about that profit. That's how you get to know how much it costs. You try to get the best quality for the lowest number so you can sell it and you can make you some money, enough to buy some more and put some in your bank, you know what I mean, your piggy bank. So always just ask questions. It's always good to say, Mom, how much does it cost? How much does that cost? So when you start looking, you can compare, both of you, y'all can compare the prices. I'm going to ask the next question. How long does it take to crochet a scarf set? And with that, I mean scarf, hat, and gloves. How long do you think that would take you?
Scarves usually take me like an hour and 30. Hats I can probably knock out in 30 minutes or 40, depending on like what kind of stitch I use. And gloves, I haven't really started doing gloves yet, but a scarf and a hat will take me at least 2 hours and 30.
We gotta get them gloves. But see, like I said, you continue to be able to continue to grow. Lee, I'm gonna ask you the same thing. How long would it take you to make, let's say, enough socks for your cheerleading team, since you cheer?
Both of my cheerleading teams or just one?
Both.
So I have to add 30, probably like 3 days or so, but it would take me 30 minutes. Not each, but like if you combine 2 by 2 and you keep on doing them, it will take me like a long time. And my mom would say, Leah, you should stop focusing right now and eat something.
Okay, so this is a tedious process. So to do your cheerleading team, she gonna need about 3 days. You know what I mean? Give her 3 business days, and she'll be right back at it. So have you ever done any socks for your cheerleading teammates yet?
Only my sister.
All right, so see, here's another just another little key, a little gem for you. That's the perfect place for you to start promoting. You know what I mean? Get your teammates involved. You know, start making a little flyer, stuff like that, and telling their parents that you have them for sale. You know, telling them that you have them. Also, you guys should also look into people who are popular or people who can benefit by wearing either your crocheted items. Might be a crocheted cheerleading outfit, or just something different that they might begin to use your stuff for the uniform, opposed to just going out and somebody else. And for you, same thing. You might want to give a few girls on the team a couple pairs. You know what I mean? So they could start wearing them so other people can see them wearing it. And then they're going to want to buy them too. So that's promotion and marketing 101. You know what I mean? Give them to people who move where other people can see them. And that'll get other people to at least ask about it.
Oh, sorry. I do that with my friends or whatever, or like my little sister. I'll let her go run around with maybe a scrunchie or a headband or something. And then they'll come back at the end of the day and be like, oh, so many people asked me about it, and I told them to hit you up. And I'm like, oh, cool, thanks. Yeah. And that's normally how I promote myself. Or like with my school, my principal and them, they're really like, they like it. And they said they'll put me on the TVs in the hallways or whatever. And they promote us sometimes. And they say like, if there's ever a football game or a basketball game, that we have a table waiting for us if we ever want to like vend.
See? And so now, and shout out to your school. What school do you go to?
Eastern High School.
Oh, shout out to Eastern. That's big. To even to support and make a platform for, your up and coming entrepreneurs to at least have an outlet to, display their stuff. And that's what I'm saying. Being as though that you have the school support, scrunchies, you got, like you said, your sister, scrunchies for the girls basketball team, scrunchies for the swimmers, scrunchies for the cheerleaders. And then being as though, like you said, they put you up. That's a great way for advertising and TikToks and stuff like that. When you're doing your hair, this is for you, but I need a TikTok or I need a reel, and make sure you tag me. Same thing, Lee. These are for y'all, but make sure, we only get our Bedazzled socks from Leah's Closet. Get something back in return for them, getting your product. Let me see. What's the next question that I have? Okay, we got the social medias. If in a perfect world, okay, and all your dreams come true, where and what would you want to be doing for the rest of your life?
I would really love to be a lawyer. Like, this is a hobby that I made into a business. So hopefully this will, help me get some startup money to pay for college or whatever, or law school even. But I really just want to be a lawyer. That's what I think I'm good at. Because my 7th grade year, my algebra teacher, she convinced me to do debate. And I got top speaker my 8th grade year. And it was really good. She sent me to debate camp. And I think I'm pretty good at that. And I think that will, help me be a lawyer.
How's your grades? What grade you in?
10th.
10th grade. How's your grades?
They're okay. Only because they have me taking so many honors classes. So normally I'm a B student, but I'm kind of C averaging out right now. But we'll try to bring it back up.
We gotta get them up. The reason I was saying that because you can get scholarships out there. This is a time where you can download on your phone those scholarship apps, and you can apply. That way you ain't just raising your hard-earned money to be giving it back just to go get some knowledge. You know what I mean? We want to get as much of them ducats as we can, and especially if they have any artistic or entrepreneurial grants and stuff like that. So keep that in mind, especially being in the district.
Yeah, because I'm about to start going back to tutoring because I went last year, but I didn't really need it too much. But now I fear I need it more, like a little bit more.
Yes. You live in D.C.? Oh, yeah. So that's a great thing. That D.C., they have tons of programs. They have tons of grant money. They have tons of scholarship money. I know when I was going to college, anybody from D.C. had in-state tuition where they went. But if you stay home, not only do they have in-state tuition, they have a lot of opportunities for you to go to school for free if you stay home. And American University is great for law. Howard University is great for law as well. So keep that in mind. How about you, Lee? When it's all said and done, if you could be guaranteed whatever you want to do for the rest of your life and you're going to be good, what would you want to do?
So I would like my business to be booming, and then I can mostly do more things to pull my free time, and then it will probably when I grow up, I'll probably work for myself, be an entrepreneur like I am now.
I like that. Both of them are needed. So entrepreneurs always need lawyers. But the thing about it in our community, just to go a little bit further, we get the lawyers who work, but we don't own a lot of our own law firms. So that's where your entrepreneurship, again, you don't ever have to cut off your entrepreneurship mind, and it's all paperwork, you know what I mean? So although, you get the career and you go through the career and, get your money and get your salary, you can always keep in mind that this same hobby turns into a company, and the same thing happens in different fields, and law is definitely a field where you can be an entrepreneur as well. And Leah, that's the same thing. You being an entrepreneur and you doing well in entrepreneurship, you get to then sit on what we call the golden seat and help people who look like you invest. And y'all do partnerships, because you don't have to be a lawyer to have a law firm, and you don't have to be a doctor to open up, a medical facility. You have to have people involved that are licensed. And most times they've been working, or they went to school for so long that they don't have the entrepreneurial mindset. They think they're not an entrepreneur, or they don't have the capital. So we all have to keep in mind, we don't come from a bunch of capital, most of us. So we're going to have to work. That's why it's good to start early, to get the entrepreneurial practice, to start on your 10,000 hours. To be a master of anything, you must go through the struggle. You must go through all of the no's. You must know what it feels like to make a bunch of product and it just doesn't fly off the shelves. But it's good to get your confidence early, opposed to being 30, 35, 27, 28, and your confidence gets broken down because you never seen what it was like to be told no, or to be told do this a little better, or get creative criticism. The main thing I want to do to both of you, the only advice that I want to give that is real substantial is don't give up. Whatever, finish it. If you're going, don't leave anything uncrocheted, and don't leave anything unbedazzled before you move on to the next thing, because that day when you're ready to give up, or the day that you're ready to quit, is usually the day that they had an opportunity or a blessing waiting right for you. Also, be open to people giving you advice, and then asking someone else, does this advice make sense? Because most times when people give you advice, they're usually giving it from a place of what they would do or what they wouldn't do. I ain't about to do that. I don't know how to crochet. Crochet ain't gonna do. I ain't about to do no socks. Oh yeah, let's see your socks, Lee. I didn't even see that. You got the socks on. You should have brought some socks with you. You want them up? But this is what they look like. They got pearls, and you can't see them. Can you see them underneath? Put them down, Leah. You got to show your socks. But yeah, as I was saying, just continue to try. Keep throwing paint at the wall and see what masterpiece you can come up with. And also stay on top of your grades, you know what I mean? Because we don't need to be getting in any more debt. I know you are young, but we're talking about profit, and we're talking about being, some case, financially free. We have to do better in the generation behind us by knowing, okay, they pushed us to go to college. They pushed us to get the loans and all this stuff. Our generation, we got if you didn't go for free. So this next generation behind us, it's imperative for them to either go for free or find a career early, a trade, or something that they love to do, in which we can teach them early that life is literally about living beneath your means. So whatever you can accrue as far as your revenue and whatever money you can make, it's all about how much of that you can keep while still taking care of the necessities that it takes to survive, and how much of that you can invest. That's literally what it's all about. We don't have to make the game any more difficult than what it is. A lot of times it's about how long you're willing to chase it, how hard you're willing to go for it. And I would love to tell both of you young ladies, as long as you continue to just do it, something great is going to happen for you. We don't know what that is. You got your plan, and then the Most High has his plan. You know what I'm saying? So as long as your heart is in the right place and it's something that you really want to do, make sure that you continue to do it. Don't let nobody tell you can't, but also don't wait for nobody to tell you that you can. You know what I mean? Y'all have to stay motivated, stay confident. And in the moment that it's not fun anymore, that might be the time that it's over. So keep it fun. Don't make it too serious, but you do have to stay on top of your stuff, because there's a lot of life lessons that come with this. This right here teaches you discipline, obedience. It teaches you responsibility at an early age. It teaches you how to become a leader, because you have to make the tough decisions for your business to continue to go. When it comes to entrepreneurship and partnerships, it's up to y'all. You know, your communication is what's going to be the paintbrush for your muse. So in closing, this is the Leaders Only digital show and podcast, live streamed every Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern. And we appreciate you joining us for season 5, episode 9. We definitely hope that you enjoyed today's show. We're brought to you by What a Change Mentoring, Inc. and Tone Drone. I'm Samaj. Let's see if my brother's still with us.
Absolutely. I'm Kendall. Congratulations and great job, young lady.
You got anything you want to say? Any question before we go? I know you're over there working.
Oh, no, man. I was just tuned in, man. It's just amazing to see young people continue to push forward on their dream and their passion and their creativity. Even though she said it's a hobby, you never know what a hobby could turn into. So just continue to keep pushing, keep grinding, keep being creative, and keep being different. And like I said, it's always great to see y'all accomplish something positive. So just continue to keep y'all heads up and keep grinding. Don't worry about what everybody else says. As long as you know that you got a vision, continue to pursue it.
Yes, and with that being said, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, comment, email us at leadersonly22@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Also, if you catch the replay, do not be afraid to put in the comments #replay. We'll definitely see you at the same time, same place next week. It's definitely been a blessing. And for cool shirts like this that say gardening is a form of therapy, get to the root. Visit www.mentalhealthchef.com, and there's an array of products there. We would appreciate your support. Have a great week, y'all. Peace.